Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading today. Let's get right into your messages. As always, what is the message for Scorpio right now? What is Scorpio going through here? Oh, High Priestess. Okay, and the Seven of Swords. So you may feel suspicious about something or someone, or feel like you have a hunch about someone doing something behind your back. Here it's like you have like your intuition is on point right now. You know what someone is up to. Oh, in a connection. Or you may just have like a gut feeling, or you think that you know that something's going on. It may not be anything, but this is how you feel. It's like you have this gut feeling of something being wrong, or maybe you don't trust someone here with the Four of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, you may feel abandoned within a relationship, where you're scared that that is what's going to happen, or you have experienced being abandoned in a relationship that you thought maybe was forever, with the Four of Wands here. Nine of Swords and the King of Cups. Okay. There's some overwhelming emotions here, or you feel like you're trying to be understanding, or it's like you're trying to be empathetic here, but you have a lot of anxiety with the Nine of Swords. It's like you may be neglecting your needs here because of how you feel for someone. Maybe you're hoping for someone to come back as well. We have the Sun. Oh, the Sun and the King of Cups as well. Okay. So, yeah, your feelings right now, they're quite strong right now. And it's like you have mixed feelings as well. Okay, you don't know how to feel about a situation. You don't know, because here it seems like it's clear, but then it's not. Okay, what else for Scorpio? What is Scorpio going through here? Oh, Emperor. Dang, with the Ten of Cups? Okay, Scorpio. So you know what you want, and you're trying to go after it, is what I'm seeing. But for some reason, there's some suspicion, or there's some anxiety on not knowing if something is maybe what it looks like. Maybe you have this feeling of you're trusting the wrong person here. Okay. What the heck, Scorpio? Again, Ten of Cups here. Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands. It's kind of like you need to let something go, or there's something that is blocking a genuine connection here. And I don't know if that's from your point of view or someone else's. So if roles are reversed, then just flip them yeah, because they can be reversed, of course. It's general. But I do see some form of wanting to protect yourself here with the Seven of Wands, but it's taking a lot of energy, it's draining, and it seems to have to do with a love connection where you feel very connected. We have the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands with the King of Cups. It's like you genuinely love someone, you have a strong bond, sense of home with someone, feeling like this is what you truly want, like this is the one. With the Ten of Cups, it's like you really want this, Scorpio, and your feelings are all over the place. And there's some guardedness. I don't know if that's you, or maybe that's your person, but someone here is guarded, and it's draining because it's disrupting the natural flow of emotions and feelings from coming in. It's disrupting, deepening the relationship. And maybe someone thinks it's overwhelming here with the Ten of Wands, Two of Cups, that it's too intense. Someone's anxious here about committing, or about feeling those emotions. Yeah, because as much as this could be you, it seems like as much as your feelings are very clear with the Sun, it's also causing a lot of anxiety with the Nine of Swords, right? It's causing immense fear. It's causing a sense of feeling trapped, maybe, or feeling panicked, and maybe that's leading to some impulsive decisions or even selfishness with the Emperor here. Like, it's causing you to only think of yourself and your own feelings with this because you're so scared of getting hurt. Again, this could be reversed, but I'm gonna read it from your point of view here. Now we have the King of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles as well. So, again, it's like something is very clear, but it's causing anxiety. And I guess we'll find out why, because there must be some reason why you're feeling scared. Maybe it can just be the feelings itself. Maybe you haven't had a relationship like this before, and so you fear with High Priestess and the Seven of Swords that someone's going to let you down, or that you can't trust someone, or you feel like someone's going behind your back just because that's what's happened in the past, okay? But logically, you want something here. You want to commit with the Ace of Pentacles. You want there to be this commitment, this new beginning, this fresh start. So I don't know if this is like an on and off again situation. Getting like pushing the button here. Like, okay, you wanna press on because right now it's off. It's the feeling I'm getting. Let's actually keep that there. And clarify here exactly what Scorpio is fearing. What's the fear about here? Like, is this a... Oh. Okay. We have the Four of Swords, the Lovers, King of Pentacles. Oh my god, the Kings. And also the Queen of Cups. Yeah. So there's so much love coming out here, and there needs to be a decision, but it's not, a decision is not being made, Scorpio. With the Four of Swords, it's kind of like, oh, taking a step back, taking a break, putting something on ice. Again, we have the Lovers and we also have the Chariot in the bottom. So it seems like you need to choose a direction here. You need to choose to move forward or leave it or something like that. It feels like you're not sure if you should trust yourself in this situation. Like, can I trust myself in a relationship? Will I get hurt? Like, obviously, I feel like that's the fear of getting hurt. So we have the King of Pentacles. I feel there's a fear surrounding independence as well, wanting to not lose yourself or lose... Yeah, because again, this King of Pentacles as well is so different from the regular one. It's quite interesting if you look at that. He's very possessive, right? And very materialistic, and yeah, he doesn't want to share. With the Devil as well, the Patience, it's kind of a little bit of a self-sabotage element to it, or being too guarded, being too private, being too like it's you're losing other things by being so independent and not willing to share of yourself. And I mean, it's classic Scorpio archetype, right? To want to isolate and want to not share of yourself. You don't want to you don't want to give anyone the chance to hurt you, because here's the Queen of Cups. So you do have deep love, deep emotions, but what people see is that you are quite reserved, and it's like you want things your way. It's this way or the highway. It's and again, this independence is very important. But you also know that love would give you more satisfaction in life in general. Maybe you're scared of losing yourself in love and feeling like it's almost like this doomsday thinking, like, oh, eventually it's going to be bad anyway, or eventually there's going to be pain anyway. There's can we clarify here more about Scorpio's fear here, or the situation at hand? Any information that could be valuable to know and reflect on right now? Knight of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. Oh. So, okay, I'm getting this, like, your this slow death energy with the Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. It's kind of like something is slowly walking towards its own death if nothing changes. Or I'm also getting that because it's so slow moving, because things aren't, there's nothing really happening with the Knight of Pentacles. It's still, again, it's the Pentacles, it's the being reserved, being too cautious, being too reserved, being too in your comfort zone, that is ultimately going to lead to you losing something that it seems like you want. It's like there's someone here that you love, but you're refusing to let them in, and you're refusing to sort of maybe reflect on this, or when you do, it gets so overwhelming that you just put up a wall here. But this is, yeah, it's or someone else is, but it seems like you, Scorpio, finding yourself in this oh wow, Ace of Pentacles again. I had another reading where the Ace of Pentacles popped out a lot. And the Ten of Cups. Damn. Again, it's this Ace of Pentacles is a beginning of commitment in love and committing to what you really want. It's kind of like you're denying yourself that because you're so scared that it's not real. I think that's yeah, again, we start off this reading with not trusting, being distrustful, thinking that someone is just plotting or scheming behind your back, and you think that your fear, maybe your gut feeling, or like, oh yeah, I just know that this person is going to stab me right in the back, like as soon as they get the chance. But then again, when you're with them, you feel so connected to them, you love them, you feel that they love you as well. So it's sort of this like, I don't know what to believe energy. And because it's so back and forth, and maybe you're uncomfortable in these emotions, you sort of just shut down, you take things very slowly, and maybe you're avoiding certain things, certain feelings. Maybe you're really protecting your feelings here. Yeah, with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, the way he's like holding that coin, I think you're trying to protect your own feelings. And I understand that. It's just that in the long run, it's going to hurt your own feelings even more to see a person you love walk out of your life after you've pushed them away, or you made them feel like you don't like them. Because that's where I guess the disconnect happens, is where you do things and behave in a way that makes the other person feel like you don't care, because you're trying to protect yourself. Maybe they said something or did something that you reacted to, and you didn't bring it up to that person, and so now you're just sitting by yourself, blowing this out of proportion, or you're imagining, or you're like stretching it so far that all of a sudden it's this huge deal that this person may not be right for you. And this could be a coping mechanism, or not a fear of getting close to someone. So you sort of nitpick and find reasons as to why you don't want to be with that person, when in fact you do really want to be with them. But I think if you gave them the chance to maybe apologize, or hear your feelings, or if you were to be vulnerable with them, I think that's the key to this whole thing. Because now you're upset by something they did, but they don't know that you are. And so you're purposefully doing things that are hurting the other person. And so now they feel like you don't like them, and you're also sort of giving them reasons continuously by showing that you're not willing to open up. Maybe you're pushing them away. Maybe you want space. Maybe you maybe even left this person or plan to, and they have no idea that maybe they upset you that day, and that if they knew, they would apologize and say, I'm not going to do that again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean like it's a if something big happened, but I feel it's quite common for people to, when they feel scared, find small reasons to leave, because it's so scary to set boundaries. It's so scary to be vulnerable and honest and give someone the power to hurt you. But I mean, it's so like it happens on such a subconscious level, so I understand as well it's not that easy to just fix, right? It's not that there's something wrong with you, it's just that your coping skills may be preventing you from being truly happy, being truly in love, creating deep bonds and connections because of the fear of being abandoned or rejected here. Even if it's what you ultimately want to, and like your one true wish is this person, you should have sort of show up quite agitated and cold. Here's the Queen of Swords. Yeah, that's kind of what you're showing them here. That oh, Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands there. And I think with the Queen of Swords, yeah, I mean that's the cold energy. But now we have the King and Queen of Swords. I think you sort of turn off your emotions maybe because we have the King of Cups here. Right? You are a very feeling person. You have depth to you, but I feel like you bring up a wall here. Ace of Wands. I think the Ace of Wands here may be your triggers, because it's a fast energy and it's something, I guess it can be quite sudden, or it's usually it's talking about possibilities and passion and sudden new ideas or energy. And when I think of energy, I also think of, it can also be triggers, like something makes you react and it makes you react quickly, and it's like something is lit inside you. Look, it looks like a match almost because it's on fire there. So something you react to something, and so you become the Queen of Swords, and you think you're in danger here, that someone's pressuring you, or you feel like you need to defend yourself, or you feel like you're put on the spot, you need to intellectualize, and you may become defensive here. And this, I think all of this is sort of like a huge misunderstanding, because when your person wants to communicate with you, it's actually because they care about you and they want to solve things. And the Star, they want to heal things with you, or make sure that everyone's okay, everyone's in a good place, right? But you may find that it's difficult to communicate that way because you feel attacked. We have the Eight of Swords. You may feel guilty or put on the spot, or like you need to I get that you feel that you close up and you find it hard to speak and communicate how you feel because you don't really maybe feel uncomfortable, or you're not reflecting that much. With the Star and the Eight of Swords, I also see you wanting to heal that. Like you don't want to be there anymore. You don't want to stay in this energy of shutting down and this anxiety and this fear, because somehow I think you understand that what's happening is self-sabotage, or it's what's the word I'm looking for? You understand that it's not healthy here. Okay, let's see what else here. Oh, okay. Empress, wow. And the Magician. Oh, wow. Guess one time what card flew on the floor. Yeah, it was the Tower. The Tower. Can you see that? And then there's the Five of Wands. Yeah. So here's where it gets messy, right? Because here's things are looking really good. The Empress, the Magician, I feel like that's healthy. Like there's deep love, nurturing. There's a person here who stays with you. They know how to take care of you. They always come up with solutions, and they want to make sure that you feel good. And that's where the Tower happens. The Tower and the Five of Wands. Here's where the contradictions start to happen, because I think you may be feeling scared of something that is good because it's not disposable. It's not something that you can move on easily from. It's something that if you lose this, then that will be a shock, that will be too much. So it's better not to go too deep with someone and leave it, because what if I invest in this person and they leave me, and it would be too much with the Tower and the 501. So I feel like that's where the disconnect happens for you, or the inner conflict of, I don't want to be shocked by this person. I don't want them to suddenly cheat on me or leave me or reject me in the future, because I don't think I could handle that. But at the same time, they are my person. So I think if this is you right now, I think what needs to be done is just a lot of self-reflection, a lot of coming to terms with how you connect and relate to people. I mean, becoming aware is the first step, and reflecting on why you feel scared and where that feeling comes from and why you want to isolate. Understanding that it's fear, and it's not that you are incompatible. It's not that there's not love or this is not the right person. It is fear, and finding ways for you and for yourself to work through that fear instead of running with it, instead of allowing it to have control over your actions. It's not easy. I mean, obviously this stems from something in your past, right? It's not something that just happens. If you had the opportunity to process your feelings correctly when you were younger, I feel like something happened here where you felt unsafe or uncomfortable speaking on your emotions. This could be in your from your childhood or previous relationships where you learned to, oh yeah, there always needs to be some sort of wall, or it will become too intense for me. 10 of Wands, right? It will be too much. I will have to let it go if it's too intimate, if it's too vulnerable, if it's too deep, because I can't allow anyone to know me that deeply. But this is where the Tower sort of needs to happen, right? There needs to be a change in the system. There needs to be a very uncomfortable journey to break through that, because I think it's choosing between, two different pains, like the pain of pushing people away and then maybe avoiding that, and then you'll just not live a fulfilling life, right? I think you'll get bored of that eventually. And so when you try to find someone real, something real, it will feel good at first, and then as soon as it becomes a threat to your feelings, and once it becomes once there's a reason for you to fear again, then the same thing will happen. So the whole sort of system needs to change, like the whole approach to things with the Tower. Like something has got to go, something has got to shift, and it's painful. The Tower is not an easy card, we all know that. I mean, but I see, because the 5 of Wands is here, there's something that's keeping you from fully, I guess, leaving this person or fully wanting to detach from this person. It's like your reaction is that, oh, I want to separate, or I want to put my wall up, or I don't know if I should trust them. But then there's a part of you that really loves them, and so it becomes this like, oh, so I feel like this is the time for you, Scorpio, to actually take the opportunity. We saw the Ace of Wands as well. Like, this is an opportunity as well, Scorpio, to finally deal with something here that has not been serving you, or something that has been unstable for you, or kept you from living your life the way that you want to, and be able to move forward and actually deepening a connection and be able to trust and allow others to trust you, right? So let's see the advice here for Scorpio in the situation. What is the advice for Scorpio? Page of Swords, yeah, okay, and the Three of Cups. So your outlook on the situation could benefit from having a more curious and open-minded what did I say? forgot how I started the sentence. Okay. Anyway, you could benefit from a more curious outlook on the situation, and being more how can I put this? First of all, being more friendly to yourself and not judge yourself so harshly. Three of Cups here. You could also find really good support in friends and family or other people around you to talk to. Like if you speak to them, you may find that you're quite similar or that you can relate and understand that there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing that needs to be fixed. It's whether or not you want to. It's about whether or not you want to change the things you've learned that's keeping you from your happiness. But that needs to come from you, Scorpio. You're not supposed to do it for another person or for anyone except yourself. If you want to live this way, you can live this way, okay? But the advice to heal in this situation is to be more open-minded and kind to yourself. Understand that there's a lot to learn about the situation and that it's again, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just you could need some information so that you could more easily navigate through this. And other people, like you're not alone, Scorpio with the Three of Cups. Other people go through the same thing. So talking to other people about this could really be helpful and open your perspective on things. Okay. Yeah. So 8 of Pentacles, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. The thing here is it's going to take a lot of work and it's going to take time. But there's still, because we were talking about if things move too slow, it's going to move to it's just a slow death right now where things are, it seems, with the Knight of Pentacles we saw earlier. And this is different because if it's taking time and it's slow, but it's because you're actually working on this or putting effort into it, then that's different because then you're still moving, like the goal shifts, right? Things are still moving slow, but they're moving direction. So now it's moving towards a happy, healthy life. And then you won't have to move towards the 10 of Swords. You can start moving towards the 10 of Cups, right? Because ultimately, yeah, that's I guess that's the perspective right now. If we look at your situation like from a bird's view, it's kind of like you are this Knight of Pentacle and you can either choose to walk towards this 10 of Swords where things just die out because it's safer for you, it's more comfortable, it's what you know. Okay. Or you need to shift. It's going to take a lot of effort here, 8 of Pentacles, and maybe that's why it's good also to find a support system to help you through these times. But even if it's slow, you will still be able to turn, right? Change the goal and understand that there is a goal here. And as long as you put in the work, that's where the steps are going, right? So it all depends on your actions. And it's not something that just happens. It's not that suddenly people just leave. It's that the steps that you are taking right now slowly pushes someone away. And if you change those steps, then you will ultimately reach a point where you feel more comfortable and can live that happy, fulfilling life, okay? Yeah, the Magician, exactly. Wow, this is so beautiful right now. So we have the Magician talking about being able to manage things, having the tools that you need, and also the 9 of Swords here. It's really good because it's saying that with time, with effort, you will learn the tools to navigate this 9 of Swords that you're experiencing, the intense pain, the intense fear, the thoughts, all of that you will be able to handle with the Magician. It's kind of like you need to trust yourself. You need to trust that as long as you work on it, as long as you keep being curious, keep looking for information, learning, growing, you are choosing the Magician. Like you're choosing to create your own fate instead of allowing fear to rule you. You are now able to control your fear. It's okay to have fear. It's not that the goal is to never fear again. It's that when fear shows up, you know how to handle it. You know how to go about it, and you know how to put an end to it instead of being engulfed by it and then making decisions based on that. Like you're not letting the fear color you anymore and just eat you alive. You're instead, maybe you're learning to say, stand up for yourself. Maybe you're learning to say, hey, you know what, right now I feel quite a lot of fear and it makes me want to run away. Like, what can we do right now? There are so many possibilities. There are so many good tools, right? So trusting that inevitably that's what's going to happen, Scorpio. If you put in the work, if you keep learning, right? You will find the information and wow. If you will find what you need here in order to move forward. And here's the freaking 6 of Wands. You're being very encouraged right now, Scorpio. 6 of Wands. That's success, right? That's recognition as well for your hard work. Success, and here's the 7 of Cups. So here's all the like confusion, right? And the options and what to do and what is real, what is not. It seems that you have a great opportunity right now to come out successful in this sort of confusing, like right now maybe you're confused on what's happening. You don't really know why you feel the way you feel. You're not sure what your feelings mean, and it's okay. It's with this process, with you healing, and healing means, becoming aware and giving yourself empathy and space, and taking a step back, not in like taking a step back from everyone and isolating, but taking a step back from your own distractions to sit down and get to know yourself. Yeah, that is what's going to clear the confusion. So giving yourself the attention with the 6 of Wands is going to clear away, and it will guide you to how you are truly feeling, because you may feel one day that you're really in love and then the next you feel really like, oh, I have no feelings, and this may be confusing to you and you don't know what's real and what you feel and how or who to trust. And with this whole process, yeah, there is success here. And I feel this like need to encourage you, to tell you that you should trust yourself in the situation and trust that you can endure this process even if it's painful. Yeah, see, here's the devil and the whole crew. We have the Page of Cups here. Maybe we should put that there. Page of Cups. We have the Moon and the 8 of Swords. It's very fitting. The Moon being this uncertainty, right? And the fear and feeling like you're walking through darkness. You don't really know what's at the end of the road, and it's scary. And that is, your fear is what's keeping you here. It's what's keeping you stuck in this 8 of Swords. And as well with the Ace of Swords. The 8 of Swords, sorry. You can see that she's surrounded by those swords. The swords are symbolizing the fear and anxiety, right? And she's feeling stuck. She can't really see what's going on around her. But ultimately, if she removes the blindfold, the swords they're just there. Like, they're not really pointing towards her. They're just there. I feel she could... It's like she's putting herself there with the fear, right? With the Moon card, it's like you're putting yourself there with the fear. And here's the Devil as well. It's also feeding that fear with the Devil. It's not only that it shows up, you're also feeding it. You're indulging in the fear, or you're letting it consume you, and so you feel trapped, because that's what fear does. It's a very overwhelming emotion, feeling, and reaction to things. And so you're sort of, and of course it's subconscious. I don't mean that you're putting yourself there because you think it's fun. I mean, subconsciously you put yourself there out of fear. And if she was to sort of like wiggle a little and remove the blindfold, she could probably just walk away from there and it would be fine. It's a bit windy, but she's not going to be hurt by the swords. But yeah. And so that's the advice, is kind of like, understand that your fear is not the truth. The fear is not like it's not guidance. It's not real. It's just a really uncomfortable feeling, and it is possible to hinder it or soften it or deal with it. You don't have to stay in it and feed the fire, so to speak. And you may also be distracting yourself so much with the devil. You may be maybe using some substances, or you may be whatever you do to sort of run away from the fear, run away from your thoughts and feelings is what you're doing. But what you need to do, Scorpio, and what will, here's the 8 of Wands, what will ultimately catapult you in your process and your healing and just overall life quality, is reflection with the Hermit. Doing more reflection, introspection, asking yourself the tough questions, asking yourself why you are where you are. Like, this is the only way through the darkness and your own shadow sides, is confronting them and looking straight at them. Even if it's dark around you, even if you feel lonely, it's scary, you feel like you're facing it alone, right? It's daunting. But that is the only way forward. And I think you have a lot of support around you. So you don't have to be completely alone, but it still is a lonely journey. It still feels very overwhelming and as if maybe you don't feel able to do it. But again, 8 of Wands, this is going to change a lot of things, and it's going to change things pretty quickly. Like, small things can really quickly snowball into like big changes, big positive changes, right? A little bit of reflection goes a long way. Yeah, here's the Star and the Chariot. So you have to choose, Scorpio. You have to choose yourself to heal, or to want to heal. No one else can do that for you. No one can force you. And here's again the Ace of Pentacles. So you sort of have to choose healing in order to choose this commitment. Otherwise, you won't feel comfortable with the commitment, because you will end up here anyway, in this fear and this self-sabotage, right? Yeah, let's do some last cards. I've been talking a lot, but yeah, it's a huge message of needing to really self-reflect and understanding that a lot of things happen subconsciously, and you can become aware of that, so you can change how you... Oh, there's the Ace of Swords. Yeah, become aware. There's the clarity, Ace of Swords. So you can understand what is going on and do something about it, and also not be in pain, because Scorpio, you deserve a happy, healthy, loving life. And you may even feel like you don't, especially because of this, because you know that you push people away. I didn't even speak of the Page of Cups. See, I feel that you're not really acknowledging your feelings. I feel that you know they're there, but you're kind of looking at everything else, and you're hyper focusing on your fear, which I just did now in the reading. Like, I'm talking a lot here about your fear and focusing on it. But the truth is, you are also a very kind, loving person beneath that. You do have feelings. You are deserving of it. That this is not all that you are. It's just a part of you, and it can be changed if you wish. I didn't even realize the 10 of Cups in the bottom. Because here's Temperance and the Chariot. So again, Chariot, the Star, Chariot, Temperance. Temperance is also talking about healing. Temperance and the Star. The Star is also, wishing for something. And with the 10 of Cups is... Oh, if you choose healing, then that also means you're choosing the 10 of Cups. This is not only, if you're facing your fears, it's not only going to be painful, it's also going to be very fulfilling. It's going to lead to a life full of happiness and enjoyment, and probably better confidence as well, because you'll learn that you can actually, that you're able to do the things that you once were scared of. You'll understand that you're capable, that you're able to do things, right? What else here? Some last cards for Scorpio. And some advice here. 8 of Cups, Knight of Swords. Yeah, this there's there's an instinct that tells you to leave when things get tough. There's this trigger, because the Knight of Swords does very swift, sudden action. So you may be surprising someone, or you have surprised people in the past by leaving very quickly. And yeah, there's the Two of Cups and the World card with the Knight of Cups. So Scorpio, this is also a reminder that there is this connection with this person, it's real. And with the World card, it's I want to say that it's really worth trying to close this cycle for this person or this relationship, because it seems like it's very healthy. Like this person wants to meet you and they want to level with you and they want to connect with you deeper and further. Knight of Cups here. And I think that's what you want as well. It seems like you want to give love, you want to unite with someone, reconnect maybe with someone that you may have left. Yeah, okay. Queen of Wands, Five of Cups, Knight of Swords, Scorpio. Again, with the Knight of Swords, like there's a trigger that makes you leave, right? And then there's disappointment with the Five of Cups and the Queen of Wands, maybe feeling like you were impulsive. Here's the Four of Wands. Yeah, Four of Wands again. We already saw the Four of Wands in the beginning. So you may be abandoning love here because you were triggered by something, and it's afterwards you realize that maybe you were impulsive or selfish, or you didn't really think things through. You were just sort of acting in the heat of the moment. You were acting on your impulses and what you thought was right, but then you get confused, right? With the Five of Cups, you're like, why am I regretting it now? I thought I needed to leave them. I thought I needed space or wanted to be alone. But with the Four of Wands, no, you want that connection. It's just that it's scary. And that's why you sort of turn off the emotions. Yeah, the Moon and the King of Wands. So the fear is driving you to... Sorry about the dog. The fear is driving you to, again, King and Queen of Wands, make very impulsive decisions that are only sort of thinking of your own feelings. Like, oh, I'm scared now, so I'm gonna leave. And you may not realize that this is hurtful to the other person, because you're supposed to put yourself first, of course, always. But I think you don't really realize how negatively this impacts the other person, or how that makes them feel, because you know that you love them, but they won't know that just through your words. They're looking at your actions as well. So if you leave them and then you're like, but I still love you though, I don't know what to do, they're going to interpret that as like you're not sure about them, you don't really love them, you may just want their attention or want something from, so having these realizations on how you impact people when you're acting impulsively and when you're not really reflecting on the fact that you are two people. Oh yeah, you need to take into account that you are two people in a situation, and it's not just you in a relationship. It's does that make sense? Like, it's not, Scorpio's one-man show, now Scorpio is in a relationship. Scorpio is uncomfortable, so Scorpio leaves. It's Scorpio is in a relationship. Scorpio's person is also in the relationship. So now we're two people in the same space. And since we're sharing this space, both of our feelings and thoughts are important. It's like going into a classroom. Everyone needs to be listened to and respected, right? You can't just respect one person in there and then that's, like yourself. You know what I mean? I'm trying to really put this into perspective so you can see how being with someone is not only you in a situation. It's not just you going grocery shopping and the grocery store's just around you, but everything is about you. No, you're entering a space where you are mutually agreeing to trust each other and be there for each other and respect each other. And the reason why they feel hurt and abandoned, even though you're telling them that it's not them, is because your actions is showing that. Your actions are showing that you don't want them, or you don't really care to lose them, or you don't really care. Even if that's not the truth, Scorpio, I hope you don't feel attacked by me saying this. I'm just trying to give you the full perspective on what I'm seeing here, and it seems like maybe it's something that you need to hear. So please don't shoot messenger here. I want what's best for you, Scorpio, and I see someone really loving here, someone really caring about you, and I want you to trust yourself, trust that you first of all, you are deserving, you deserve love, you are lovable, nothing's wrong with you, you're not someone who needs to be fixed, you are just a person who is neglecting your own happiness, denying yourself of happiness, and in the process, sometimes also hurting the people that you love. And I don't think you want that. I don't think you should, beat yourself down for it. Like, yeah, I'm just a loser, I hurt people I love. That's not what I mean. It's just choosing the tougher path to then live a more fulfilling life is going to be much better than staying in this devil energy of shutting down, isolation, self-sabotage, negative self-talk. It's not going to lead to a place of happiness. It's just going to be a cycle that's, going round, round, round until you finally break the pattern. So what you need to do is break the pattern and trust the people that love you, trust the people that you love, okay? To support you, and that they're not trying to fool you, they're not trying to, mess with you. Yeah, okay. I feel like there's so much to say. And I'm sorry if this is really overwhelming. I feel like there's a lot of information and I'm getting like a bit drained myself because I feel like there's so much to say. So I feel like there's a lot you've been bottling up. It's been a long time coming, it's been building, so now it's kind of a lot to deal with. It's kind of like, when you save your dishes for later and then suddenly there's dishes all over the kitchen and you're like, damn, why didn't I just do it progressively? And that's sort of the same with emotions, right? If you keep just putting it off, eventually one day it's just going to like erupt, and then that's a mess you don't really want to deal with either. It's uncomfortable and it may affect other people. And instead, as the dishes be like, okay, I just had my dinner, I have a plate, let's put it in the dishwasher right now, or let's just do dishes now, and then it's done. It's the same with like, hey, you know what, I felt uncomfortable last night when you told my mother this or something, and your person can be like, oh, really, I'm so sorry, I didn't really think about that, but yeah, okay, I'm so sorry, I'm not gonna do that again, and then you'll move on. That's kind of the simplicity of communication and being vulnerable, right? As long as you have someone who's also vulnerable and empathetic and understanding. But it seems that way. It seems like you have someone really loving, and that's why you don't want to let them go, and why you feel like you can't fully shut them out this time, like maybe you did in the past with other people. Okay, I'm gonna end it there because I feel like I'm just gonna go fully off the rails and yap away. But I hope I hope there was some value in this reading for you, Scorpio, some takeaway from it. And yeah, I am cheering you on. You deserve happiness, Scorpio. I truly believe that. And yeah, so till next time, bye bye, Scorpio.